Hockey IQ Jack Eichel. Now we're going to break down the entire game. So we're going to go from shift 1 to shift 2 to shift 3 to shift all the way through the game, helping you develop your hockey brain. That is how you develop your hockey IQ. It's not by watching highlights. It's not by watching fancy things on Instagram. It's by going shift by shift, developing your brain and teaching you the ins and outs of the games, which is why we just got done with Makar. Do not go from shift 1 to shift 8. Watch the shifts in order. Even if you don't answer the questions, we have questions every day, multiple choice, open-ended discussions, all those things that are just going to enhance your development. But if you miss a day because you're at a tournament or whatever, go back, at least watch the videos, understand the concepts, understand the development, and then move on to the next shift. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to get better. Jack Eichel, one of the smartest hockey players in the world. Let's dig in. Shift number 1. So you see him win the draw. That's awesome, right? Smart. But then what does he do? He stays right on D side. Stays right on D side, helping go low and slow through the defensive zone. As soon as the Knights get full control, which we see in the corner, they got full control. They're going to move it up the wall. Watch him get inside. Quentin Byfield here. Find a lane to help break this puck out. Boom. That's hockey brain. Pay attention. Wins the draw. Low and slow. Stays on D side in case there's any type of a turnover. Very, very responsible. Sees they have full control. Okay, time to jump and go. And that's exactly what he does. Jump, go. Kicks it to the outside. Now watch him through the neutral zone. Watch him through the neutral zone. He crosses over. He moves his feet. He doesn't just skate in a straight line. When you cross over in the neutral zone, you force these defenders to have to communicate, to have to make decisions early, to have to do things they don't want to do and kind of put them in an uncomfortable situation. That's exactly what he does here. He kicks it out. Then you can see he starts to drive wide. That draws the attention of these two defenders and just creates a little bit more space on the outside for his players. Good players create space for themselves. Great players create space for others. That's exactly what he does here. Then puck ends up going in net. It goes in the corner. Now watch his eyes go to work. Right away, he's looking right. Puck's kind of over there, but he's looking right. Doesn't see anything he likes. What's he doing then? Boom. Quick pre-scan to the left. Sees something he likes. And now this is where the magic of Jack Eichel happens. Right away, sticks this knee out to give himself puck protection so he can hang on to that puck and make a play. He doesn't have to detach from the puck. He doesn't have to throw the puck away. I'm going to show you in a second when he does detach from the puck, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Ends up moving up the wall, gives it to the offense, or gives it to the point, ends up getting shot on net. Now watch Marner go in and get this puck, and then watch Eichel just stay in his lane, which is where Doughty eventually wants to go. Watch Eichel just stay in his lane. Creates a little bit of interference, which creates more space for Marner, but it's legal because he doesn't go out of his way. We can see him right here. Okay, ISO cam, Eichel. Doesn't go out of his way, stays in his lane, and just gives a little bit more time to Marner. Genius. Hockey IQ at its finest. Then he comes over and supports, picks up that puck, heads up the wall. Now this is where he detaches from the puck. Sells a little fake drop, gets one guy to bite, right? Gets this guy to come underneath and bite. Still got this guy. Now watch him detach from this puck. I'll slow-mo it. Keeps it in a good spot. Boom, right there. Detaches from the puck because he feels this stick pressure coming on. If the puck's on your stick and somebody attacks your stick, see you later, puck. But if you can detach, let go of the puck for a second while still keeping it in a good space for you're the only one who can get to it, and they attack your stick, no harm, no foul. Boom. Keeps it in the zone, throws it to the middle, ends up eventually getting turned over and out of the zone. They go D-to-D and he goes for the change. But these little things, we're going to see the entire series for Jack Eichel. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're focused, make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're answering the questions below. Do the work.